I love it. Okay guys, so as you can see, it was a really fun weekend. We had a lot of fun visiting our daughter in Evansville and New Harmony. I didn't get any footage of a lot of the thrift stores that I didn't get footage of any of the thrift stores that we went in. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I'm so sorry, I'm very confusing. But I did get some footage in the antique stores, which I wanted to do all along. And I mean, we were going there to see my daughter, and she would rather go to thrift stores than antique stores because, I mean, she'd rather find clothes than antiques. Go figure. Crazy. But we did have a great time in New Harmony. If you have not been to New Harmony, Indiana, I highly recommend that you go. It's a gorgeous community, especially in the fall. There's all kinds of things to do. There are wonderful stores there, and we really had a good time. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the things that I have found while thrifting and some items that I bought at Firehouse Antiques, and make sure that you check them out on Instagram and on YouTube because I'm pretty sure that Cindy's going to get her YouTube channel started up again. I'm thinking that she should. She has a beautiful store, so I highly recommend you check that out. She also has an Etsy store as well, and I'll go ahead and link her Etsy store in the description down below too. She has amazing things. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got from the thrift stores first, and then I'll get into what I bought from Firehouse Antiques. So we went to a couple Goodwills, and I didn't buy anything in there, and then we went to a thrift store, Salvation Army, no, a St. Vincent thrift store. So what I got in St. Vincent was this is a Norcrest. Sorry, I couldn't think. This was a little Norcrest that's kind of a glare. Just a little Merry Christmas plate with the poinsettias on it. Here's the back. It's marked Norcrest Fine China. This was 50 cents. Everything in the St. Vincent store was half price. So I paid 50 cents for this. This is not something that I'm going to resell. I'm going to use this in my Christmas displays. I just love that it said Merry Christmas. So I'm going to use this at home. This, however, is something that I'm going to resell. It's just this great little Indiana commemorative plate. It's unmarked on the back. This was half price, so I paid 50 cents for this plate. And I do sell these in the shop. You know, we live in Indiana, so people want Indiana things. I myself have several of these plates, but it has different areas on here. The Speedway, the Rogers Clark Memorial, the Turnpike. Okay. The Banks of the Wabash, which I saw this weekend, the University of Notre Dame, and the State Capitol. My, how times have changed. The Turnpike. You don't see road constructions on 69 because I know that, well, we don't want to commemorate that. So we won't be commemorating that. And then also in St. Vincent, I got this cute little old-fashioned Christmas. It's just a NAPCO-ware, and you can see there on the bottom, sleigh. It was a planter at one time. It was probably a floral piece. It still has the little tag on the inside. You can see where the florist foam was. And I do collect Santa Claus, so this is going to go well with my little flocked Santas writing on the inside on a shelf. So this is also something that I'm keeping as well. All right, and the last thing I got at St. Vincent was this nice crock. Now, these are the crocks that I like to find because people use them. They look really nice with floral displays in them, or rolling pins, or kitchen utensils in them. It is just this glaze, just a brown and tan glaze on it. It's dirty. It needs washed. It was marked $4, but it was half price, so I did get it for $2. So this is something that I am going to take to the shop to sell. There are no chips on it anywhere. So when you're buying these, if they do have flaws, it can affect the value. This one is not named on the bottom at all. It's a pretty common piece, but I have sold red wing Crocs that have some damage on them. I still sell them for quite a bit of money. So Even if they do have a flaw and there is a maker's mark on them, make sure that you look them up because there is still value in the flawed Crocs. I know that I've sold a lot of butter churns that had a crack on the back, but I call them fireplace sitters, so people can put them in front of their fireplace or on their hearth somewhere with the back turned to it, and so nobody will ever know. It's a decor piece. Nobody's churning butter anymore. We're not going to use it to churn butter. We're going to use it as decor in our home. So make sure that you don't second guess yourself when you find these Crocs because there is still money to be made with them. All right, so those are all the things that I got at the St. Vincent. So in the Worldwide Missions thrift store, which I have, that was the one that the thrift store that I said was as big as a Walmart. It's a huge thrift store. And it was 50% off day on children's clothing, which I don't care about because I'm not buying children's clothing. So that kind of craziness was going on in one section, and I was able to look at the other section. And the way that they have things priced in there is kind of high. It is a consignment store, so there are consignment store prices on a lot of things and not thrift store prices. Although that doesn't always make a lot of sense because some thrift stores have crazy prices anyway. But what I got in there was all full price, but I still liked it and I bought it anyway. So the first thing that I got, I'll show you, is this nice little basket that was homemade. It says trick or treat. It's just that little waffle plasticky trick or treat bag. I loved it. This I'm going to use in my home. It has this little handle here that I'm just going to tuck down inside and put some kind of spooky little greenery or spooky sticks or some kind of spookiness in there, or even put lights in here and put it on top of a cabinet as display. I loved it that it was just this little homemade piece and it's all stitched together with yarn. I paid $1 for this, so I had to buy it. And all my little treasures are tucked inside. So one of the things I got, now I paid $3 for this, and it's this baggie and it has these Easter figures in it. This is not something I'm going to keep, but it's just like a little rubber, almost like a rubber duck material squeaky. It doesn't squeak. So that's gonna be redonated back. But this is the one that I really wanted. And it's just this cute little bunny. It's plastic. I think that it's a little candy holder basically. And on the little egg, you can probably barely see it. It says Happy Easter. You can kind of see it. It's kind of embossed in there. I love these. I keep these on a shelf at Easter time. So a lot of this, well, I think almost everything else that I'm about to show you is stuff that I'm keeping for my own personal collection. He does have a little chip in his ear, which I don't mind because I like broken things. I have lots of broken things. If I like it, I buy it. If I'm buying it to keep it, I don't care that it's broken. So my husband found this and he said, I just knew that you'd like this. And so I brought it over there to you. And it's just this cute little ghost candle holder. He has such a cute little face with his little eyelashes and the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern here that has a little candle on the inside. It's made by Russ. So I'm thinking it's probably from the 90s. Where was it made? It was made in Taiwan. So it's from the 80s or from the 90s. This was marked $1. So I thought for $1, it was worth buying. It will go with my little Halloween ghost collection. And then now we're jumping back to Easter. And I have a soft spot in my heart for these creepy faced homemade ceramic bunnies. And there he is. He's not that creepy of a face, but he's just kind of derpy. And I like the derpiness of him. He was also $1. He's just a home painted ceramic bunny, horribly painted. I mean, he's not horribly painted. He's painted much better than I would have been able to do, but there's not a lot of detail, I guess, in him, and I just like him. He's not signed by anybody's name on the bottom, but he will go to my homemade painted ceramic Easter bunny collection. And the last little Easter piece that I got was this little Crayola Easter bunnies. There's a little boy and a little girl, and you see he has Crayola on his hat there. And it has this little ornament that was inside. I don't know if it's Crayola or if it's even supposed to be in there. I think maybe it is, but I think that he's supposed to just hold like just a little Easter egg here. It's dated Easter 1991. This was also $1. So I don't know that I'm going to resell this or not, but I just like the colors. It's very 1990s. I just think that it's really cute. So I got that as well. And then the last thing that I got from the Worldwide Missions, I saw this sitting up on the shelf and I thought, oh, I really like that. And I looked at the price and it was marked $2. And here it is. It's just this little muslin ghost. You see he has a little crow on his shoulder and a little banner that says boo. And I looked at the tag and I saw that, well, let me show you the tag, that it is Hallmark. Sorry, it's Hallmark. He has a little spot here on the muslin. So I got, oh, I think he'd be cute just sitting next to the door or up on a cabinet. And then I got into the car and I wanted to examine him a little bit further. And then I noticed that there was this little button here. So he plays music. Not only does he play music, but he dances. So let me show you. It goes up and down. You can't tell, but he spins around. So he plays that song. I love it. So he plays 3 different songs and I had to have him. But I didn't even know that he played songs. So the fact that he played songs was a bonus to me. And I had seen some similar on eBay selling for about $29, $30. So I'm going to keep a hold of him for this holiday season and I'll see if I want to hold on to him for next. But I think that he's marvelous. And I don't know what his name is. I think Emma said she's going to name him Gus. So this is Gus the Ghost. Gus the Dancing Ghost. Okay, and then the other thing that I wanted to show you while we're in kind of the Halloween theme is something that my father-in-law made for me, and he brought it to our little weekend, and he made this cute little pumpkin, and I love it. It's just made out of these wooden slats, and then it's got the, the board down here, and he painted it and put the little green stem and the raffia on top of it, and I love it. So this is great because I can keep this out all fall season long, and we'll put it away with when I get out my Christmas thing. So my father-in-law is the greatest. So thank you so much. All right. So now I'm going to show you what I found from Firehouse Antiques, and it's just an amazing store. So make sure that you go there. I know I've said that 15 times, but make sure that you go there. So the first thing that I got was this. Let me see what I'm pulling up my receipt so I can see how much I paid for it. So I paid $10 for this Santa Claus, and he's 3-dimensional, and he's made from that like early thin plastic. He probably had some sort of light source at one time. He might have been attached to a kind of a thin board and had some sort of a light fixture that maybe lit him up, but I love him just the way he is. So this will be displayed in my home. I don't know if this is going to be captured or not, but do you see his teeth? He has teeth. And that's kind of creepy, but that's kind of why I liked him. Do you see his teeth? They're not painted, but the indention's there. So he's kind of like, I don't know. He's kind of creepy. He looks even creepier this way, kind of, but I loved him. So he's going in my own personal collection. All right. And then I also got a big flocked Santa. He was $5. Now I have a lot of the small flock Santas. I have a lot of the small flock Santas because, again, I've said this before, I'm the Santa hoarder and I love to hoard Santa Claus, but I don't have a big one like this. So I really liked him. He's in great condition, and his little beard and his little annoyed face. Doesn't he look annoyed? Gosh, I love annoyed Santa. It's just like, all right, guys, time for Christmas. Y'all are driving me nuts. It's just one day. I gotta get my packages delivered and then I can go on a trip to Hawaii. That's just what I think that he's saying. He just looks annoyed, and I love that about him. All right, and the last two things that I got from Firehouse Antiques, I am just loving. She had these marked $15 a piece, but since I was buying both of them, she gave them to me for $10 each. And they are these little miniature mercury glass, shiny, bright ornaments. And I'm going to take, she had them displayed so cute with this red ribbon around it, but I'm going to go ahead and take the ribbon off just so we can take a closer look. Look at these. You can see around the side. One time these were 25 cents. You can see here, there's Santa Claus there. I love these. I love them. So I'm going to open up this box here. And there's some red and green ones on the inside. Now I'm going to use these in my own personal display at home. Okay guys, the ending of that video was a little wonky. And I don't know what happened to the very end of it. But that was all of the things that I got from Wildflower Antique. So you did see the video in its entirety, but for some reason the ending was not included in that. But I wanted to go ahead and do a little bit of an amendment to that video, and I got some mail. I got this great little card from a viewer all the way in Burbank, California. And she sent me this really nice Halloween card, which I love. And also she sent me, this is just amazing to me. This is a vintage postcard from Art Rock in Mackinac Island, which if you don't already know, that's pretty much my favorite place on the entire planet to go. This postcard is an old one too. You can see in the back. Sometimes you can just tell by the way that the penmanship is. It's gonna be hard to tell. But it says, "Dear Irma, coming home and I have had a grand time." Even the way that they talked, I had a grand time. Thanks, Mother. I'm trying to see if there's a date on here. Don't believe that there is, but I love it. Arch Rock, Mackinac Island, Michigan. So she also sent me this letter. It's Cassie Joe. She's a viewer. She's been a viewer very early on my channel, and she said that she had found this. She worked in a hotel in the Chicago area, and there was a family there, and they left a bunch of things, and she went through the boxes and found a bunch of postcards and pictures, and she said this was years ago, and that her workers that she worked with thought that she was crazy. I didn't think you were crazy. I think you're brilliant. So good job for saving these artifacts, because that's essentially what they are. And then she says that she's so sorry about Bella and Conway Kitty. And I miss them so much. I think about Bella every day. She was my little constant companion. I do have Brutus, and Brutus is a nice dog, but Brutus is, well, he's just Brutus. He is not much of a companion. Bella wanted to be in the room with me at all times, and she wanted to be close to me. Brutus could care less if I'm in the room or not. So that's just the way Brutus is. But I also got a package. I won Ann Eckhart. I won her giveaway that she does on her Instagram channel. This earring. Not sure what's going on with that. But make sure that you follow Ann Eckhart on her Instagram feed. She does these great giveaways a lot. She does at least every couple weeks. It seems that she's always doing a giveaway. But she sent me this card here with it looks like a little Charlie boy on it, her pug. And she just says that she's sorry to hear about the loss of Bella and Conway, and that she included some extras in my box. And boy, did she. The box is just chock full. It's just chock full of stuff. But a lot of it is the beauty products that she gets from her unboxings, and so she just did a giveaway. And I'm not going to show them all because I think I might gift one thing to my daughter. But she sent me tons of all of these samples and cosmetics, and thank you so much. Anne always brightens my day just by her videos and her sense of humor alone. And so Anne, you really did brighten my day too. So I sincerely thank you. She also filled it with different kinds of Halloween goodies. And I actually have those in another bag because I'm going to take them to the shop. And on Thursday, we have a scare around the square. My shop is on a square, and an hour before the citywide trick-or-treating goes on, the local businesses, you can bring your kids and take them to some local businesses and get some candy there too. So I'm going to give those to the trick-or-treaters. We live out in the country. We've never gotten a trick-or-treater. So our trick-or-treating that we pass out is always at the shop. So I'm going to give those out to the trick-or-treaters, and I might try to do a little bit of a video, and I might say, you guys make sure that you thank Anne. So I'll make sure that I post that on Instagram for you. So I just wanted to share this a little bit and do somewhat of an ending on this video since my other one got corroded or corrupted in some way. I don't know what happened to it. But I want to thank you guys for watching. New Harmony was a magical place. So if you are ever in Southern Indiana, make sure that you check out New Harmony, Indiana. It's amazing. The stores are amazing. The people are amazing. It's a town, I think they said, of a town of about 900 people. It is small town living at its finest. And it's a magical, magical place, steeped in history. A lot of the buildings were very reminiscent of colonial Pennsylvania because a lot of the settlers, actually, that's where they had come from to make this utopian society. So it's just a really magical place with some really good antique stores, by the way. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. It does help my channel. And make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.